You're watching KSPF Channel 1. So last week, you'll remember, we talked about the Iron Bowl. A lot's happened since last week. Let's dive in. For Alabama, Nick Saban has been the head coach since 2007. Gus Malzahn has been at Auburn since 2013. Both coaches have experienced this game every year against each other since 2013. That is, until this year. So, we were shocked with a little news last week that Nick Saban will not be appearing at the Iron Bowl this week. So what does that mean for Auburn's chances in winning this game? Well, as far as things that are the same, we know that Mac Jones will be the quarterback for Alabama and Bo Nix for Auburn. Yes, this may be one of the most interesting things about this game, is the matchup between the quarterbacks is in fact a rematch of last year. Both quarterbacks played relatively well in these games. In 2019, Mac Jones was 26 of 39 for 335 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. Now for Auburn, Bo Nix went 15 of 30 for 173 yards and 1 touchdown against Alabama last year. It's absolutely not unreasonable to think that both quarterbacks will take a step forward in this year's matchup. Now this season, Mac Jones is 155 passes for 201 attempts on top of 2,426 yards, completing 18 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. Bo Nix's season has seen 136 completions on 222 attempts for 1,627 yards, 10 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions. So I know it's something I mentioned earlier in the video that Nick Saban will not be coaching in this game. I'm not sure that that's really going to mean a whole lot as far as the Iron Bowl is concerned, because honestly, we're pretty late in the year now, and both teams have been practicing all season pretty consistently, so the assistant coaches should have some idea of what they're doing against the other teams. That being said, it is also important to mention that Gus Malzahn has been relatively successful against Nick Saban, with an overall record of 3-4. So, what does that mean for this year? Well, Malzahn's got to be riding a little bit of a high coming off of a win last season in Auburn, and winning 2 out of the last 3 games against Saban. So without Saban in this game, it seems like it does favor Malzahn a little bit. Now, with that being said, the odds makers have this game being just under 25 points in favor of Alabama, with a 63-point over-under. What does this mean exactly? Why is it that without head coach Nick Saban, Alabama is still favored so heavily? It's probably got a lot to do with the fact that Gus Malzahn has only ever beaten Nick Saban in Auburn. So once you start winning in Tuscaloosa, then the odds makers will probably favor you a little more likely. As is the case with any rivalry, the unthinkable, because while Saban isn't coaching, in Tuscaloosa they do just have a history of beating Alabama, especially against Malzahn. With that being said, in my mind, they won't cover the spread though. The final score is going to be 42-21. Let me know in the comments below, who do you think is going to win? Will it be Alabama, or will it be Auburn? I want to hear what you have to say. Let me know your score predictions. And as always, be sure to leave a like or subscribe to this video, and go Pokes!